On this episode of O'Fallon Matters, look back at the City of O'Fallon's accomplishments in 2019. Learn about new changes coming to O'Fallon's website, then discover what a veteran means to local grade schoolers. All this and more next on O'Fallon Matters. In 2019, we experienced much change and progress throughout the City of O'Fallon. We continued laying the groundwork for new city amenities that will help us grow and meet O'Fallon's needs for decades to come. Let's look back at the City of O'Fallon's accomplishments in 2019.
In O'Fallon, the year of 2019 was a year of change throughout our community. From developing impressive new infrastructure projects to opening new amenities in our parks, our city grew and prospered in a wide variety of ways. Now on O'Fallon Matters, we thought we'd start the new year off by looking back at some of the major stories that shaped a successful 2019. The biggest story of the year in O'Fallon is undoubtedly the grand opening of O'Day Park. Nestled in the countryside just off Highway DD, this 57-acre park was years in the making, and the long wait came to an end when the park held a grand opening celebration on April 27th. Incredible amenities like O'Day Lodge and the Adventure Playground are earning 5-star reviews by the dozens from our city's parkgoers. And new events like Reptiles and Raptors, O'Day Concert in the Park, and Fall into the Arts proved to be smash successes.
First time we've been out to the park. It's incredible out here. It's beautiful. We look forward to coming back.
There's so many wonderful things at this park. The beautiful lodge behind me. There's an amphitheater down here where they have wonderful concerts and entertainment. If you haven't been here, you need to stop by.
Over in the north end of town, Fort Zumwalt Park's central feature has also gotten a bit of a makeover. It's crews drained Lake Wetzel and made numerous improvements to this historic park, like ADA accessible walkways and gorgeous new bank features.
Parks perspective, we are very excited about this project. I think the residents are really going to enjoy it. Residents who've been kind of coming through and just checking in on the project have had a lot of good feedback for us, and I think this really has the wow factor the residents of O'Fallon deserve.
For O'Fallon veterans, 2019 might just be the biggest year since we unveiled the Veterans Memorial Walk in 2001. Thanks to assistance from the city and organizations from throughout O'Fallon, the St. Charles County Veterans Museum opened up its doors on Elm Street, bringing one-of-a-kind veteran stories and memorabilia to our community. Also joining our community this year is the Prospect League, which will bring collegiate-level wooden bat baseball to Carshield Field.
I think the big thing with the O'Fallon Hoops is that it's just something fresh, it's something new. We're all about family-friendly, affordable entertainment. So it's going to be a lot of fun, and there's going to be nonstop action all night.
Since 2017, we've invested millions of dollars and thousands of man-hours into renewing O'Fallon's infrastructure, and you can see the results all across the city. It's impossible to miss the changes to the intersection at I-70 and K, which has been completely redesigned and re-engineered. Roads were revamped throughout the city, including the Paul Renaud Boulevard extension, which now serves as a major thoroughfare for our community. Over in the Forest Park subdivision, city staff has been hard at work on updating some of our oldest water infrastructure. Our crews have also kept busy with our asphalt, concrete, and crack seal programs, ensuring that our city's roads remain in great condition. It'd be impossible to mention all of the major projects our staff has worked on, but we hope you've noticed the improvements during your daily commute. So what does all this change get us? Well, your hometown was once again recognized as one of the country's best places to live across a wide variety of metrics. Safest large city in Missouri, best place to live in Missouri, 7th best place to raise a family, even best tasting water in the state. We've earned them all, but our crowning achievement this year was once again scoring a spot on Money Magazine's Best Places to Live in America list. coming in with our highest placement yet at number 24 overall.
Being the safest place, being the best place to raise a family, being the great education, all of those things have become a tradition for us now. We're trying to do a good job. Our citizens are recognizing that and putting forth the effort to make sure we all know.
That about wraps up our look back at 2019. It was an incredible year for our city, and it sets a pretty high bar for the years to follow. O'Fallon is committed to exceeding our residents' expectations, and we look forward to another year of excellence in 2020.
The way you navigate the City of O'Fallon's website is about to change. Let's check in with one city department on a mission to improve online information.
The City of O'Fallon is preparing to launch a refreshed and improved website later on this year. The update will bring a clean look and streamlined navigation, as well as significantly upgraded language capabilities. The site is being developed and designed by O'Fallon's Communications Department.
Our current website's 6-7 years old. Technology typically exceeds the website's abilities eventually, and our current website is within that window. So we decided to completely rebuild our website from scratch. We also took in a lot of user data from the past few years and polling amongst staff and residents, deciding what features and what changes to make, bringing certain things to the front and pushing other things further down the page.
This new design makes it easier to find what you're looking for and improves the user experience.
The first thing people will see when they come to the new website is going to be the I Want To menu. It's broken up into multiple categories that will make it easy to find what you're looking for in an instant. At the top of the website, you'll also see a language selector. We have a lot of different languages spoken in O'Fallon, and the new multilingual tool will allow the website to be instantly transformed into close to 50 languages. The third aspect too is accessibility of our website. This includes making all of our pages, PDFs, as accessible as possible and meeting federal guidelines.
From copy to design, staff has been working for months to create a one-of-a-kind municipal government website.
We have hundreds of pages of content from our current website that we're bringing over. In addition to the city website, we're also updating the police and the parks website with this new format. In bringing all this over, we're improving on and updating a lot of features and different plugins. There's literally dozens of things that make this website run, but the new website will make it much easier to get where you want to be quicker and easier.
Be on the lookout for the new and improved O'Fallon website during the first quarter of 2020. Until then, visit o'fallon.mo.us for all your City of O'Fallon needs.
What does a veteran mean to me? That's the question local grade schoolers were asked for a Veterans Essay Contest. Let's head over to the St. Charles County Veterans Museum to hear their inspiring words.
A veteran is one who is wise, one who has served, one who has helped the nation grow. A veteran is one who's willing to sacrifice and do the impossible. Veterans are ones who honor, have courage, respect, and persevere. Veterans are our heroes. They deserve our celebration and appreciation.
This was an excerpt from Mia Felix's award-winning essay entitled What a Veteran Means to Me, delivered to a packed room at the St. Charles County Veterans Museum in O'Fallon. Hers was one of 87 essays penned by the 7th and 8th grade classes at Assumption Catholic School, and her work focused on the valor and heroism of our country's veterans.
They deserve to be honored and appreciated by everybody. They protected our country. For that, I believe they deserve our respect and anything we have to offer for them.
This essay contest was sponsored by the St. Barnabas Men's Club, and the essays were judged by members of the Veterans Museum. Ultimately, third place was awarded to Mariah Lewis. Cooper Lawrence took home second place, and Mia Felix's essay took first place.
It was extremely hard to judge the essays because there were so many good ones. The kids did a great job, and I think we went into this saying, do they even understand what a veteran is? And we came away with, they get it.
All of them got to the core of what it really meant, and really it ended up being the wording of what they said. So from my standpoint, they were all winners, but the ones who were selected were the cream of the crop.
The O'Fallon community has long supported our nation's veterans, and events like this help reaffirm our commitment to the men and women who serve our country. It's gratifying to know that our veterans continue to be honored and remembered by our youth. And this essay contest helps connect our veterans with the next generation.
Thank you for taking the time to learn about our veterans and putting your own thoughts into your essays. Every single one of the students participated in this contest, which means that they all had an opportunity to learn about the sacrifice our veterans have made for us and the work that our current and active duty military members do every day to protect us all.
Students from West Middle School plunged into an ice-cold pool for a good cause. Joe Meyer has a story.
Imagine jumping into an ice-cold pool on a 30-degree day. Your entire body becomes tense and locks up the minute you hit the water. But for a group of Fort Zumwalt West Middle School students, it was all in a day's work. Over 300 students and staff braved the elements to take the polar plunge in support of Special Olympics.
Now you have extra time. Yeah. Woo! Well, the Special Olympics does a lot of really great things for a lot of important people. Over 7,500 athletes just in the St. Louis area alone benefit from their programs. And our students here today are having the opportunity to see just how powerful that is and how important it is to support those athletes.
We really take pride in helping our community out and coming together as a school, and there's not a better cause for us than the Special Olympics. So that's the reason for this, 2 years in a row, and we couldn't be prouder of the event. As you can see by the amount of people here today, it really brings the entire community together.
Once again, the Fort Zumwalt West Middle School community raised over $30,000 in donations. And with each generous donation came a nervous student or teacher who braved the frigid temperatures so that Special Olympic athletes can realize their dreams.
I was very cold, and it felt like there was like knives maybe going into my legs, or like maybe ice cubes even there.
I know the first year I did it was in 6th grade, and I was like, man, I don't know if I want to do this because I'm freezing. But it is a fun way of showing your support to other people.
Polar plunging is a blast for these students, and they love it. But it also develops a deeper sense of what it means to help the community in which they live.
This is a good way for the students to engage in something that is bigger than themselves, really. All of this stays local. There's kids in this school that are Special Olympic athletes that they're raising money, and it's going directly to those students and those kids here that they grow up with, they go to school with.
Sometimes we get caught up just trying to teach kids academics, but I feel like especially at this age, it's all about, it's more than that. It's teaching them to be respectful, teaching them to give back, teaching them to be a member of their community. And this really brings all of those values home, and those are really the core values of our school and district.
All of us in the city of O'Fallon want to thank those brave students and staff at West Middle who accomplished the unbearable. Your bravery won't be forgotten. And remember, you can donate to Special Olympics Missouri by going to somo.org/plunge.
Changes are coming to a recycling bin near you. Let's find out more.
You've opened all your gifts on Christmas, but now you have to recycle those dreaded boxes. On this segment of O'Fallon Matters, we're going to check in with Environmental Services Superintendent Jim Wenzera for a few post-holiday recycling tips.
With the holidays, you get a few more things. With more boxes, you get wrapping paper, type of things like that. Just generally with the wrapping paper, if it's the paper type, it's fine, it goes in the paper container. Once it starts to get to the more detailed type of paper that's got the foil on it, that's no longer recyclable. That'll need to go into the trash.
Residents should also be aware of certain types of boxes when they decide to recycle at one of OFallon's free drop-off sites.
What we get when we get television boxes, and we get that all year long, but certainly more at the holidays, and then we want the boxes for sure. But unfortunately, it seems like every TV that I've seen comes packed with styrofoam and then covered in plastic. Those items cannot be recycled. So before you come all the way up to the drop-off site, take those out, throw them in your trash. That's where they need to go, because once you get to the site, they'll have to go back in your car.
And remember that we offer free paper recycling containers as well.
In the paper containers, you know, you could put things as telephone books, stationery paper, office paper. You've got hardcover, softcover books, any kind of paper, brown paper bags. All that stuff can be recycled, along with chipboard it's referred to, and that's your cereal boxes and your Cheez-It box and your Kleenex box. All those kind of things can be put into the paper container.
Besides residential recycling services, the city also offers free containers throughout the city. And it's important that we follow a few rules when using the containers.
Blue and green containers, the blues for the cardboard and the greens for the paper. And in the cardboard container, that's all we want is corrugated cardboard. It's important to remember that, just the corrugated. And they need to be broken down. And for two reasons they need broke down. Number one, we've got them slotted, so they really need to be broken down to fit in the container. But more than that, even if you can fit it in, it's best to break it down so you leave more room for the next guy coming in, that the cans aren't full just by boxes that weren't broken down. Well, certainly, if you have any questions on any of this, contact the Environmental Service Office, customer service. They can answer any question you have, and we'll be happy to answer them. And if you need more help than that, we'll be happy to come by, stop by, and go through the stuff with you and explain it.
Thanks for joining us today. If you have a good story idea, let us know. You can email us at OFallonTV@ofallon.mo.us. Please remember to give back to your community, because O'Fallon matters to all of us.